Welcome to Someone Awesome Games, good looking people, I'm Rob, and it's another day in Pokemon Go. Day number 3. It started out very well, I didn't even have to get out of bed and I caught this Rhydon. Look, there's my cat, just chilling out. But this is the first difficult Pokemon that I've had. Not the hardest Pokemon that you can try and catch, but this guy, he was not having it. This Rhydon was just like, buddy, don't even try to catch me. He was climbing my curtains, he was going everywhere, so we had to switch it from the AR mode. Okay, it's difficult. When you're sitting in a bed, it can be a little bit tricky. That was a nice one, that was a nice catch apparently. And from what they've said, it's the smaller the circle, the better the chance of capture. So the bigger your circle is, the less chance you have of capturing it. Obviously if you're catching things that have a green circle, it's gonna be pretty easy. This dude don't want it. He doesn't want to get in it. Oh, bad throw, bad throw. And I've learned all about spinning today. Spinning the Pokeball. If you try and catch a Pokemon, but you spin the Pokeball, it looks fancy. You might get 10 XP out of it. I don't know. I really don't know the point of it. But it looks cool. I'm sure there'll be something later on, different Pokeballs you can use to maximize the usefulness of spin, and you have to be required to spin. Better chance of catching the harder ones? I don't know. I really don't know. We don't know much yet. We still are in the dark about a lot of things. But at least, thank God, we know about tracking down Pokemon. That if you select them and the little meter flashes, it means you're heading towards the Pokemon that you're after. But look at this, Rattata. This is not edited. Instant. Caught the Rhydon. This is like, I'm not even out of bed yet. And 2 Pokemon in the bag. One I didn't have before, and obviously Rattata. That dude's everywhere. If we don't have a Rattata, I will be surprised. I'll be shocked. And he is caught. He's going into the bag. We need 25 candies. We have 14. But we want a strong Rattata. We want a nice, powerful Rattata. So we got 10, what was that, grass type Pokemon? I was looking, it might be normal type Pokemon. Distracted. But we are level 4 at the start of today. What level will we end the day on? You may be surprised. We have a little bit of an adventure in the end of it. But look at that, right on 92 power. And for someone who's living in an area where it's bare bones, there's nothing around, I'm pretty happy with that for the start here. We're going to evolve our Pidgey. He's got a combat power of 47. Not the greatest, not the worst, but if we're going to evolve someone, it may as well be him. I'm not going to waste Stardust on leveling up a Pidgey or powering up a Pidgey. I will waste it on Geodude. I have my eye on getting I want a really strong Golem. That's my current dream. That's my current goal. Is to get a really powerful Golem in a gym somewhere, just defending the poop out of it. So we got Pidgeotto. There we go. Now we need 50 Pidgey candies to level him up. Or evolve him to Pidgeot. We're not going to do that yet. That's a long way away. That's a lot of Pidgeys to catch. So we got this Geodude. He's kind of strong, semi-strong. I want to see how strong we can get him by using up a whole bunch of Stardust. And tomorrow we'll probably evolve this guy, because using the Stardust also uses a candy. So it's kind of like, to use the candy for evolving him and hope that he has really good stats when he evolves up. Or I want to get him as powerful as possible before I evolve him, just so I can see what his stats are. Compared to this Graveler I have, who has 119? Or is it just 19 power? 19! A Graveler with 19. I really want to see, like, that's the lowest possible that he has. His meter is at the very bottom. So he's terrible, useless. So I want to see if the Geodude, if he's maxed out, will be even stronger than the Graveler is. And here we go. We're going to use a spin attack on this little Eevee here. Who doesn't want an Eevee? The cutest Pokemon ever, right? So that's spinning. All you do is spin it. It's much easier to do it with the augmented reality switched off, since the Pokemon doesn't move around the screen. He just stays perfectly centered the whole time, no matter where you move your phone. So spinning and capturing that way is easier. But no real point to it yet. Nothing really amazing happens, but yay! And Eevee, it was a very eventful day catching Pokemon. Caught the Eevee. Then Kadabra appeared. And he's a difficult one. He's an orange one. He was not mucking around. He was just like, nah, good luck, buddy. Good luck. Little known fact, Kadabra is one of my favorite Pokemon. When I had Pokemon Yellow, I still have Pokemon Yellow, but when I was playing through it as a kid, Kadabra was my guy. He was my go-to guy. Until Mewtwo, of course. But Kadabra was my man. He was the one he beat down everyone. I'm pretty sure I evolved him to Alakazam. I can't remember. I think I liked him as Kadabra, so I kept him as Kadabra. I would imagine he eventually became Alakazam through trading. You have to trade him to evolve him. But a Kadabra, he was it, man. He was my go-to guy. So there we go, 137. Almost maxed out. He's our strongest dude that we've caught. Ever. And this little Abra here, his lowest is 10. So I'm interested in all about leveling them up and training them up. Would this Abra, if we leveled him all the way to the top and then evolved him, would his power be stronger at that point on his Kadabra than the Kadabra is that we caught? I think it would be. I think that's how it should work. But I don't know. Every Pokemon could be exactly the same, which would be pointless. That would be stupid. But we have all these weight stats and stuff, which would be interesting. But I was making my lunch. I was cooking my lunch here. And I thought, you know what? I have the incense to lure some Pokemon to me. So why not put it on while I'm cooking? Here I am. Catching the Sandshrew, chilling out on the game cushion, or the floor cushion, whatever. I call it game cushion because we're sitting on it playing games. But the floor cushion, sitting on the floor cushion, look at this guy. He loves it. Get off my floor cushion. Try and have some of the spin Pokeballs. Very difficult to do with the augmented reality. But we got him! We nailed him! Take that, Sandshrew. I think that was our first Sandshrew. So we got a nice collection of Pokemon today. We got Rhydon, Eevee, Kadabra, Sandshrew, and it gets better. Oh man, it gets good. Registered to Pokedex. Thanks, little dude. Join the club. He is extra large. He's 15 kilos. He's a heavy little rock man. Ponyta. So it seems from my lunch break here, there's a Ponyta in our hallway. Get out of my hallway, man. See, like I said, it's very difficult to spin and do the augmented reality to get this right. Come on, I nail him. Yes! Take that, Ponyta. But what I worked out, or estimated, about every 5 minutes with the incense on, a Pokemon appears. Round about every 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes on the dot, but if you check every 5 minutes, there'll probably be a Pokemon there for you, so definitely do that. And here comes a Venonat. Just I was upstairs, and there I am, in my sloppy clothes, just chilling out, at home. And you cheeky little fluffball, getting him would be good. This is our first Venonat. I'd love to get him to a Venomoth. Though it seems Venonats can be quite strong. Let's see these stats. What we got? So we got some nice XP, 100 Stardust, some Venonat candies, and he is registered to Pokemon, to Pokedex. So this guy's got 71. We encounter later on. It is now almost 7 o'clock. We're going out for dinner. We went for a drive. My wife got home. She's like, you know what? I'm kind of addicted to Pokemon Go. She's playing all day at work. Should be working, but you know, that's what she wants to do. And we went for a drive. We wanted, because there's nothing around us. We decided to go for a drive and find some gyms and Pokestops, the closest ones we could possibly find. Whether they are the closest ones, I have no idea. There could be ones really close. We just got to go the right direction to find them. But we passed the first gym. We're level 5 and we found the first gym that I'd ever seen. I tapped on it and I got this whole blah blah blah. You got to join a side. What side will I pick? I'm gonna go with Mystic. I liked Team Mystic. Blue, Articuno, I'll take it. And we can't join that gym because we're driving and we're in the car. And we drove past it. But it gave me a good chance to hit some Pokestops because, you know, we're near one. One Pokestop is inside of our place. Now we've got an egg out of that one. We'll deal with the egg tomorrow, I reckon. It's a bit late. So we'll deal with the egg tomorrow. Hit the Pokestops. Hit all the Pokestops. You can see there's gyms when we saw it, this was like heaven seeing this. Pokemon heaven, man. This was the first time I'd ever seen a group of stops or anything. Gyms. Blew my mind. But we didn't, because we ran out to dinner, we didn't get time to walk around. And it was late, it was dark, it's freezing cold. But on the way back, we did spy off, in the middle of nowhere, a graveyard. Ooh, yeah, let's go to the graveyard. 8 o'clock at night, or almost 8:30. Pitch black, freezing cold. There's no traffic lights around. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. We can't get it from the side of the road, so we're trying to park in a nice spot on the side of the road, side of the dirt road, to hit this gym. Couldn't do it. Just couldn't get it. So, what do you gotta do? It's muddy, it's dirty, you're in the middle of nowhere. You gotta get out of the car. It's the first gym, my first chance to go to a gym. So I was like, just stop. I want to hop out. And Mel was just like, what? No. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go. I need to go like a couple of meters, like 2 meters left, into the mud and the trees there, and need to tackle this gym. It's got a Venonat on it. But I love the fact that in the middle of nowhere, there's like 3 gyms here, a whole bunch of Pokestops in this random graveyard, and people have their Pokemon on them. People have their stuff on them. So I get a little bit, get out of the car. Gotta get out of the car, man. Gotta get near the Pokestop, start it up, a little too far away. The level 2 gym. And this is my color, so I still don't understand gyms. Being the first gym I've come across. I thought because it's my color, I could add to it. I could give them a Pokemon, be like, alright, you got your Pokemon there? I'll add my Pokemon there. I got my Geodude. Or even the other fellow who was really strong. I can't even remember. It's like 2 minutes ago and I already forgot what it was. Thought I could add them to it. But I couldn't. You can't. You have to fight them. So is it like the first 2 people to get there can add their Pokemon? Or is it if you beat the Pokemon, you can add your Pokemon? I have no idea. There's like no guide to this game. So I picked fight. I got Rocky, my Geodude. I think this is because he's favorited. I favorited him because I'm working on him. And he was the only one. He's the only Pokemon I could use in this fight. So we fight the Mankey. Got the dodges. I wouldn't say down pat, but worked out you could dodge. It was very difficult to dodge still. Still no idea. Just punching him, just throwing rocks at Mankey. Mankey defeated. I'm thinking, alright. We can do some damage to Venonat and then the next Pokemon will come out. Geodude goes down. You lose. But we added gym prestige and got some experience. But you lose. I guess because if you favorite Pokemon, it seems, this is my understanding, that Pokemon is the Pokemon you want to fight with. So if you don't have him favorited, you can use all your Pokemon. But if you haven't favorited, it's that Pokemon versus the world. Flying over. Yeah, these characters will get stuck on a lot of things, so you gotta be careful. So you always gotta, if you're gonna hit something, always do your best not to even touch anything. That's why you gotta treat these characters like they're allergic to the world.